It's time to start working on our new garden space at our new place, where our new vegetable garden and some of my cut flowers are going to used to be Bermuda grass pasture. And if you know anything about Bermuda grass, you know it will completely take over. So I had Jason get the tractor, scrape off the very top layer just to get that surface grass out of the way. Just below the surface we have clay soil here. A lot of clay soil and a really high water table. We get a lot of water runoff out of the woods with heavy rains here headed down towards the pond. And even though I'm usually not a tilled garden girl, I like raised beds, no-till raised beds. We're gonna have to till this clay soil to get it broke up. We're gonna mix some gypsum in with that because I've read that helps break down the clay a little bit. We also purchased a big pile of compost that we're going to work into the soil to get it a little more life back in the soil. So don't come at me, no-till people. This clay had no life in it at all, and my plants just aren't going to thrive in that. We're going to start this year with leaf compost, composted soil that I bought, and just really start working on our soil to get it healthier. Got a beautiful pile of compost here, some water standing. It does not drain well, which is not good for some plants. Totally understand the problems with tilling, but there's not one earthworm in this clay. I mean, look at that. But we're gonna change that. It's gonna be full of earthworms once we get our compost in there. In addition to my raised beds for some vegetables, I'm going to create a bordered semi-raised bed here because I'm trialing a lot of dahlias this year and see how I can get them to grow here in my 8AB Texas zone where it's really warm. But this little section gets in the shade in the summertime when it's really hot, about 3:30 in the afternoon, and then I can also add a shade cloth. These pavers were already on the property, and so I used them this winter to border up my winter beds, and they'll probably stay here until I feel like replacing them with something a little bit deeper and more expensive. So gonna put a little arch right here to grow cucumbers and some melons. I'm gonna make some 2-foot raised rows for me to grow vegetables back here as well. Let's head over to where Jason is tilling up for my new cut flower garden and also my new iris field, because that is a project that I've had in the works for the last year, is working on growing a lot of new iris varieties. New cut flower field that will hold my zinnias, my cosmos, all those flowers that can handle full sun when it's really hot here, because this area over here by the barn stays in full sun almost all day. There's my man tilling up the cut flower garden. To our new cut flower garden and our new vegetable garden on the other side of the property, and a year of trialing a lot more dahlias.